Have you ever loved someone so deeply, only to realize you were nothing more than a means to an end? This story isn't just about betrayal, it's about survival, about reclaiming your life when the people you trusted most try to take it from you. If you've ever felt trapped, silenced, or used, this story is for you. Before we dive in, please remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever faced a betrayal disguised as love? Your voice matters. Let's heal together. I turned 67 that summer. A quiet dinner, that's all I wanted. My daughter Lily, her husband Mark, and maybe a small handful of friends if Lily had invited anyone. No grand celebrations. No surprise parties. Just good food, simple conversation, and a toast, perhaps, to another year of keeping myself standing when life tried to knock me over. But peace is rarely what life offers when you need it most. The invitation came casually enough. Lily said they'd found a lakeside cafe I'd love. She sounded genuinely excited, her voice sweet and familiar, a daughter who still cared. I let myself believe her. The restaurant was pretty, I'll give them that. Ivy creeping along stone walls, candlelight flickering in mason jars, soft acoustic music playing over. The clink of forks. Mark smiled when he saw me. Lily hugged me like she hadn't plotted anything. We sat, we ordered. And before my tea even arrived, Lily slid a small wrapped box across the table. She looked at me like a child desperate for approval. Mark, though, kept his eyes low. Inside the box was a silver key. I held it up, confused. To your new wife, Lily said softly, reaching for my hand. I blinked. What is this? Mark leaned in, voice rehearsed, too careful. We thought this was the right moment. It's time, Mom. You shouldn't be living alone in that big house anymore. Lily jumped in before I could even speak. We found a beautiful place, assisted living just a few miles from us. You'll have everything. Activities, security, medical help nearby. It's what's best for you. I felt something cold grip my spine. My stomach twisted. I never agreed to this. Lily squeezed my hand tighter, her nails pressing into my skin. You did, Mom, last Christmas. Remember, you said the house was too much? You said you were tired. I remembered. But that wasn't consent. That was a tired woman venting over tea. Not a green light to erase her life. Mark cleared his throat, pulling out a folder from his satchel. I knew what it was before he even laid it on the table. Paperwork. I stared at the neatly typed forms. The crisp white paper that now bore my name as if I was an object to be managed. All it lacked was my signature. Lily leaned forward, her voice suddenly small. Mom, we're doing this because we love you. I felt my throat close. The candlelight blurred as my vision burned. I wasn't just being asked. I was being moved. The rest of dinner is a haze in my memory. Their words tangled around me like ropes. They talked about downsizing, transition of care, and what's best for everyone. I stopped hearing specifics. I only heard their decision, made for me. Without me, when Lily dropped me home that night, she kissed my cheek softly. You'll understand soon. We're saving you. But I knew. This wasn't saving it was erasing. I didn't sleep that night. I walked the halls of my house, the house my late husband and I had bought brick by brick. Every photograph, every stain on the kitchen counter, every creak of the floorboards told the story of my life. I wasn't ready to leave it behind. Especially not like this. Around 3 a.m., I remembered something. That hospital visit last year, the chest infection, the 4 drip, and Lily standing beside the bed, sliding a stack of papers into my hands. Just sign these so I can handle your bills, Mom. Insurance stuff. I hadn't read them. I dug through my drawer until I found them. My hands trembled. There it was. Durable power of attorney. Financial authority granted to Lily. Signed by me. At sunrise, I called my lawyer. She listened in silence. When I mentioned the form, her tone shifted from casual to alarmed. If that form hasn't been revoked, and if they claim you're exhibiting cognitive decline, they could move forward without your consent. I felt hollow, but I'm not confused. That's not always what matters, she replied quietly. It's what they can prove or make others believe. The next 2 weeks were a race against time. I moved like a woman possessed, though every step was deliberate. I revoked the power of attorney, froze my credit, changed my locks, called my neighbors and asked them to alert me if they saw anyone near my house when I wasn't home. Every text from Lily was now carefully screenshot and saved. Every voicemail archive. Mark sent me a file titled transitiontimeline.pdf. I sent it straight to my lawyer. I wasn't their mother anymore. I was their property to be processed. Then the final blow came. A formal petition for involuntary guardianship, claiming suspected dementia and unsafe living conditions. My daughter had filed it herself. A woman who once cried on my shoulder after her first heartbreak, now labeling me mentally incompetent, didn't cry. I fought. Medical reports, mental evaluations, witness statements, bank statements tracking my clear management of finances. My lawyer built a wall as fast as Lily tried to tear me down. We worked tirelessly day after day. She advised me to journal daily, recording every transaction, every conversation, as evidence of my mental sharpness. I did it religiously. My life became my evidence. When the petition was rejected, my lawyer sighed in relief. They'll try something else. Prepare yourself. I did. I sold the house privately, quietly, through an old friend's network. No listings. No public records until the ink dried. Every night, I boxed up parts of my life alone. Photographs, letters from my husband, his old flannel shirts, my sewing machine, things I didn't trust anyone else to touch. The process felt like preparing for burial, but it was necessary. I bought a cottage 5 states away, ocean air, small garden, enough space to breathe, not enough to be taken. I left Lily and Mark nothing but a forwarding address to my lawyer. The day I left, I stood in the living room of my old house one last time. The place felt hollow, not because it wasn't home, but because now I knew it never had to be. It wasn't home. Not anymore. Outside, the new owners arrived, a kind couple with 2 kids. They smiled at me without expectation, without hunger, without strategy. Just people needing a place to live. I smiled back and drove away. Life now. It's quiet, not the suffocating quiet of betrayal, the peaceful quiet of freedom. I volunteer at the local library. I grow herbs in the small garden. I sip tea at sunrise. My neighbors know me as Mary, not as an asset, not as a burden, just Mary. I read books I never had time for. I take walks that have no destination. I relearn what it means to feel safe. Lily tried to message me once more. A long, guilt-laden email about how she and Mark were expecting, how they'd named their daughter Hope. As a gesture to heal what I'd broken, I didn't reply. I didn't need to. Because here, in this little cottage by the sea, I finally understood the greatest gift I ever gave myself was walking away, and I never once looked back. And if you're still listening, please know you are not alone. Betrayal disguised as love can break the strongest hearts, but survival, that's its own victory. Walking away isn't weakness, it's courage, the kind that rebuilds lives. So if this story touched your soul, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share your story in the comments below. Let this community be your safe space. Let your healing begin here. Thank you for walking this journey with me. And remember, choosing yourself is not selfish. It's survival. You deserve peace. You deserve freedom. And most of all, you deserve to be loved for who you are, not for what you have.